Testing. Testing. All right. See if I can get a better angle here. Oh, I got people coming in here. I got somebody asking if they're a chump. They have to ask. I'll bet you the answer is yes. Let's see what we got here. Try to fix this volume. There we go. All right. Swoop like me. What's up? What else we got in here? Doug. Eden Lawn Services. Am I a chump? Nah, you're good. So far, so good with you, bud. HRU, swoop like me. Oh, how are you? Okay, I'm not good with that whole abbreviation lingo. I'm good, swoop. How are you? I see you got a motorcycle there in your profile picture. Got a street glide there in the background. Let a couple of people come in and just gonna hang out a little bit. I got a little bit of work to do on this Denali Envoy, and just shoot the crap with you guys and see what you're up to. Not really much else going on tonight, but I was bored and I figured why not go live. So I'm gonna get a couple of things set up. I'll be right back. Anybody that's in here for now, check out this air filter. Here's a new one. Look at this thing. This is out of a car, not a piece of equipment. This has got to qualify for the worst air filter I've ever seen in my life. Not nuts? So yeah, got our money's worth out of that. This is out of the Envoy Denali over here that I'm working on. This was a friend of the family's, and they, I guess, have decided that they're not going to really fix it up or put any more time into it. So I'm going to purchase it off them, and I'm going to use it for a little while, fix it up, and kind of see what I can do with it. Probably use it, you know, for a couple of months anyways, and then maybe I'll work out all the kinks and flip it like everything else that I buy and sell. So that's the plan. So tonight I'm going to, I already started working on it. I don't know if you saw any of my last videos, but I did the DOD delete, the, what is it, displacement on demand or active fuel management that turns off for the cylinders whenever it wants to. And there's a problem. I guess there's actually a class action lawsuit in regards to that, where people are having a lot of issues. There's a lot of people that are having that issue. So I got that all set. And so now I'm just changing the oil, going through all the filters, and, you know, probably do some other, just lock up here. My stream seems to be giving me one of those circles of death. Who else we got going on? Audio good. All right. LOL Ken from Doug. Night Dragon 6161. What's your business plan this year? My business plan is pretty much the same as always. Keeping it small, keeping it all type of thing. I'll have probably just one or two part-time, I say part-time because they're not part-time, seasonal employees. And I got three good months of mulching that I need, you know, one or two people just to stay on that crew, and then I usually work by myself with maybe a occasional worker as well. But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of choose the jobs that I want. There's plenty of work out there, and I'm just gonna try to fill the schedule with the, not even the most profitable type of work. I'm more looking for things that I enjoy doing, that have a value when they're done. You know, I'm gonna do a lot more of the install jobs. Of course, I always mow. I mow 2 days a week. I only got like 30 or 40 lawns that I take care of. So I'll always be doing that because I enjoy mowing, so I'm going to stick with that. For a couple of days, it kind of breaks up the monotony of everything else we're doing. But I am going to definitely do some install work. I've already got a 2 patio and walkway on one job signed on the dotted line. I'm going to start doing some video on that pretty soon. I got to go out and mark everything off and whatnot. I don't know if I've mentioned that or not in the video yet, but so yeah, pretty much the same as last year. I'm not doing any big moves. I'm not doing any big purchases. Just going to kind of fine tune things as they are and just keep moving. Kind of a lot of the same stuff that I've been doing. What else we got in here? Mark, what's up, buddy? Life in Lawn with M. Linton. Is that a new title? When'd you do that? Thought it was just Linton Lawn Care. How's it going, bud? Ain't seen you in a while. Hope all is well with you and the wifey. Good to see you. Got nobody else going on. I'm gonna go over to the Denali. I gotta set a couple of things up and I'm gonna bring the camera over there in a little bit. Anybody that wants to hang out and watch what I'm doing. Nothing crazy. Yes, I changed it up. There you go. Keep it fresh, right? Good to see you, Mark. I don't know if you're gonna hang out or not, but nothing special going on. All is well. Good to hear, bud. Hope you have a good year as well. I'll be right back. Let me leave this air filter right in the view as a nice beautiful air filter. All right. Virgil, what's up, man? It's funny, I'm actually doing this live because I saw your live last night that I was on there. And I was like, I haven't done a live in quite a while, and you in your orange sweatshirt, and I figured I was stirring up the pot and talking a lot of crap, so I might as well come up here and defend myself to all those involved. How's it going, man? And then we got a few of us. Yeah, I'm just gonna get started. Like I said, I'm just gonna do some basic shit. Kind of boring, but whatever. I figure I'm down here. If I got the camera going, at least I'm not feeling like I'm all by myself down here. And if anybody breaks in and robs me or shoots me, you got my back, right? What is it? Yeah, it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, probably be on for about an hour just doing the things that I need to get done. But again, if you weren't here at the beginning, this is the air filter that I pulled out of the Envoy. And we're gonna replace that. Obviously, no big deal. I've got the old oil filter out. I actually started the oil change last time I was down here. And AutoZone gave me the wrong oil filter, so I had to bring that back and get the correct one. So I got the right one now, or what I believe is the right one. Hopefully it's the right one. Looks pretty close. So we're gonna put that on. What I'm gonna do for now, actually, I usually use synthetic on a lot of the vehicles that I know that I'm gonna keep for a while, but in this one I'm just using conventional oil. I'm just using this high mileage STP 5W30. And anytime I'm changing oil, if the oil filter goes on like this or at an angle where it can kind of maintain the oil inside of it, I usually like to fill it up beforehand just to, when you first start up the vehicle, it takes a little, a couple of seconds before yeah, you never see the filter that dirty. Yeah, me neither. I've seen the one in the Walker mower get pretty nasty, like in leaf cleanup season when it's sucking up leaf, leaf juice and all that stuff, but I've never seen one that bad. It's bad. Like that's definitely to the point where it was choking the engine out, and it's crazy because I got it running good too. So, but as I was saying, yeah, this oil filter I usually like to go ahead and pour and just fill it up so it has kind of a jump start on the oil priming through the system anytime I can. Sometimes if the oil filter screws on like this, you really can't fill it up because as you screw it on, it's just going to pour out, So I'll put a little bit in it, like usually just fill it up like quarter of the way, best I can, just screw it on really quick. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and put some oil in here. When you first pour it in, it fills right up quick because that's it's inside the filter, and then after it sits a little bit, it kind of disperses through the filter and then fills up the rest of the oil filter to the outside. So you kind of got to fill it up a couple of times to get as much as you can in it. This Envoy, the reason that I've considered and am now going to keep it and use it for a little while, it's got the 5.3 V8, which is nice. I always like a bigger motor in a smaller vehicle, so I've had one of these Envoys in the past with the straight 6-cylinder in it, or maybe it was a 5-cylinder. No, it was a straight 6, 4.2 liter, I think it was. They were all right vehicles. There's a lot that goes wrong with them, really, but this is the Denali with the leather seats and the heated leather seats and all the fancy, stuff in it. So it's in real good shape. So I figure it's worth driving around for a little while. And with the V8, I could actually pull a trailer if I got to go pick up, a mower or something, or who knows? We'll see what happens. But I'm always driving something different. You know how it is. So, but yeah, let me bring you guys over to where I'm working, and we'll get a look at what's going on. So, yeah, no chumps tonight, guys. So far, so good. Make sure nobody rolls in here that I'm not. I don't know if any of you guys are hanging out. I'll make one of you as a moderator. A couple of you see any chumps, take care of those. Let's see what we got here. Mark and Virgil are having a little tea and crumpets together with a little conversation. You guys need a room? What do we got here? Watch the whole debate on whether to pre-oil a new oil filter. Oh, really? There's an actual debate on that? What's the debate? Like whether it helps or not, or I've never really looked into it. I've just kind of thought common sense, it makes sense to add, I know a lot of people don't, and I've never really heard of it hurting a vehicle, but I can't imagine it hurts to pre-fill it. But yeah, Virgil, let me know on that. Is there more that I don't know about that? So, anyways, yeah, let me bring it. Is the resolution crap here? Is there a way to set this? Let me see what I got here. Video looks crappy, doesn't it? It's the first time I'm doing this. Looking crappy on my screen. I don't know if this is how lives are. I'm new to this. Let me try flipping the camera over and see if this is any better. Waiting a second to see it upload. Coffee? You drink coffee at 7 o'clock at night? Oh, I guess if we're snow plowing, we'll drink coffee at night. Video looks good on my end. Mark, since I switched the camera around, does it look the same now? Or is it better, worse? I was looking at the front of the phone, through the front-facing camera. Now I'm on the back. I prefer to keep it back on the front if the video is the same. Yeah, there's a channel called Ford Boss, I believe, and he sends out oil on all different brands and shows the tests. Yeah, I've watched a lot of reviews on oils. Looks the same to you? All right, cool. Let me flip it back then. Thanks, Mark. Like I said, I'm new to this. I wasn't planning on doing this, so I'm ill-prepared, but if I always just try to plan it, I'll never do it. You know how that goes, right? Yeah, how's that wall treating you? Let me flip that. There we go. All right. Yeah, it looks good on the phone. I don't know. Maybe it's just the Maybe it's just the stream, I don't know. Hopefully it's clear enough. Well, it doesn't need to be that clear anyways, but yeah, so I'm gonna bring you over to the, this is what I'm working on here. For anybody that hasn't seen any of the previous videos, again, this is a family member that I think they picked it up for little to no money, broken with the misfire, and I'm in the process of fixing that. It was originally I was going to fix it for them, but they decided against it. So I said, you know what? Hey, it matches my motorcycle, right? And I've got a silver enclosed trailer that I transport the motorcycle around in. So I'm thinking this with the silver trailer and put the bike in the back, go for a little day trip or something somewhere up, maybe in the fall, see the leaves. It's got the nice hitch on it. And again, this has got the 5.3 liter in it, the V8. I'm in the process of changing out that air filter right now. Here's the air box. Hopefully this is bright enough. I tried to set up some lights, but it looks a little dark to me. But yeah, we got it running good. I'll show you before the end of this video. We'll start it up and get it going, but I'm gonna raise it up, and we got to put the oil filter on, and then we'll finish up underneath, and then we'll go with the rest of it. So let me set you up here. Let's see. All right. Are we still here? What did that do? Did that just... I guess I should put it in airplane mode before I start. Yeah, it says we're good. All right. I think we're good now. Sorry about that, guys. Phone didn't ring. Usually this time of the day, it's usually pretty quiet, so. I got text message coming in here. Yeah. Having a problem with the oven. Sorry about that. All right, let's see. That looked like a good angle where you guys can see. Watch all the action in action. There's my hand. What do we do? Can we zoom in? Do we zoom in this? Nope. Zoom out? What do we do? All right. Here we are. All right. Here we are. We put it up on the lift and we're going underneath. Actually, we put it up on the lift and we're going underneath. Actually, I'm gonna run over and address the chat. Whoever's talking there. Give me one sec. All right. All right, no chumps yet. This looks like Mark and Virgil still hanging out. Yeah, I'm going to read that about the oil in a minute. Let me get... I didn't think this through. I can't really see the comments. The comments are on the computer over there where we just were. You can actually see the screen right there. So, we'll figure it out. Yes, having a lift is awesome. You know what? I've got a better idea. Let me stick you up here. Oh, why is that so shaky? There we go. There we go. Switch it to the back facing camera now. There we go. So yeah, this is where I'm at. Pulled the oil filter, I think last night. That's when I had the wrong one. They gave me a Shop's a mess. They gave me this here S 10060. You look it up for a 2007 Envoy Denali with a 5.3. That's what it says it takes. 2007 all the way up the line up till they stopped making them. It was the same filter. I actually had to go back a year, which is a different generation motor, which is really weird. And that's when I found the other filter that's actually a American threaded filter, not a metric thread, which is this one here, our S3506. So here's our pre-filling. Let's go a little bit more here. That'll do it. All right, let's pop this puppy on. We know the deal, right? The guy has 2 channels. One of them he works at a Ford dealer and shares customers' issues and shows how he fixes it. Nice. Is this the guy you're talking about pre-filling the oil filter debate, or are you talking about somebody else? Virgil, I'll catch up with the chat in a minute once I get over there. Try to get this. Ah, you son of a. See that? You don't spill oil on you, you're not doing it right. Oh, come on. Don't tell me this is the wrong one, too. Yeah, all right, there we go. Now I got oil all over my hands, guys. Awesome. Shop is a mess. Well, it's messy. I guess it's not. I've seen worse. I hope this camera isn't as shaky as it looks like it is on this video. I hate shaky video. If it is, guys, I apologize. I'll stop in a minute with the moving the camera around. Just trying to make it somewhat interesting as you're hanging out. What do we got here? Spilling oil. Now we're cooking, yeah. Here you go. Throw that in the frying pan, Mark, right there. Grill up some onions. Sauteed onions with some 5W30. Why not? It's got to be good for you. All right. Oil filter in. I've already put the drain plug back in last night, and I actually added most of the oil after I found out that I had the wrong filter. So we're all set there. Now we're going to bring it back down, add the last quart of oil, and then we're going to go ahead and fire it up. Did I just screw the video up? No. All right. I've already shook the front end too to look for ball joints and tie rod ends and all that stuff. Everything's nice and tight on it. It's got 170,000 miles on it, but it's pretty much all original. It's got the original hoses, belts, and everything. I'm actually kind of surprised. All right. I saw you said same guy. I'll check it out, Virgil. Let's see if I can do this and spill it all over the place. Now I only got a half a quart right here. How many people do you see pouring oil the wrong way? They'll pour it like this when you're supposed to pour it this way, and that prevents it from doing the glug glug spill thing. Also, sideways a little bit helps out too. If you pour it slowly sideways, which is usually what I do. Let's see if we can do this holding the camera in one hand. No spills, no spills. Oh man, this is gonna be tough. There we go. Right on. So that's quart number 6. Like I said, I put the other 5 quarts in last night. I have yet to start it up since changing the oil. But again, we got the misfire fixed. If you haven't seen my last video, I did a video on the misfire and what the problem was. I actually had to make this special tool, which I found all this out online. What this is, actually, see if I got the old part. What this was, did I throw it away? Yep, right here. You guys should recognize this. Scrunch. This happened to be the right diameter that I needed, and you grind like a 45-degree angle on the end. And there's actually, after you take the valley cover off the front of the top of the motor, there's some passages that go to the lifters that activate the displacement on demand, and this slides down one of those passages to the lifter itself, and you rap on it a couple of times with a hammer. I actually used an air hammer just lightly, and it jars loose the lifter that was stuck and actually popped the lifter back up. And then I went ahead and used the HP tuners, bought some credits, and then I reprogrammed the computer to disable the displacement on demand so it never tries to activate it again. Because that's what happens is you'll be driving down the road on the highway, you let off the gas, it says, okay, there's no load, let me put it in 4-cylinder mode. And then when it goes to go back into 8-cylinder mode, one of the lifters ends up not pumping back up or releasing or whatever, and then it's stuck, and then you lose a cylinder. And there's hundreds or not going to say hundreds, thousands, or maybe even hundreds of thousands of these out there. These 5.3s, I think the 4.8, a lot of the GMs, very common problem. Yeah, displacement on demand or active fuel management, DOD or AFM, very common. So we're going to go ahead and throw the air filter in, put the air filter box back, and we'll fire it up and see how she runs. Let me stick you right here. I'm going to go take a peek at the comments. Yeah, Virgil, as far as I know, it's the original transmission. Almost everything under this vehicle, it's got the original shocks. I think it even has the original alternator. You know, I don't know for sure. Let me see if I can get a better light here. But it's definitely, if it's not the original, it's been a while. Where the hell are my lights? Oh, here they are. All right, let's see if this will... Oh, I left my light on. Awesome. All right, plan B. Try this one. Look at my tool cart, what a mess. This is why I have a tool cart though, because if I don't have this tool cart, all of these tools will be all over the floor everywhere else. So there we go. Yeah, so if you look at the alternator casing and the lower bracket that it's mounted to, it's definitely looks aged. I don't see any sticker on it. Like I said, original hoses. You can see the GM. Raymond Medeiros, what's up, bud? Did the lifter stick because of sludge? No, it's a common problem, as I've been talking about, displacement on demand. These 2007 up 5.3s deactivate the lifters to go into a four-cylinder mode to save gas, and it's well known that they get stuck usually after like 100,000 miles. This one made it to about 170 before it happened. But it there's two tabs, and it like mechanically locks itself when it's in four-cylinder mode, and then when you try to deactivate it to go back into V8 mode, it's locked up and it doesn't work. So I originally was thinking it was like a sludge, but no, it's all it was. But it did free up, and like I said, by disabling the displacement on demand so it can't go back into it again, hopefully it'll last some time. The correct way to do it is to replace the entire cam and lifters to a regular style, without it, and then for sure it'll never happen. But I've had good luck with just disabling it so it never goes into four-cylinder mode. It just stays in V8 mode like it should, like you'd want. I mean, you bought a V8. Why you want it to go to pretend to be a four-cylinder? I think it's silly. And it literally, I think, on testing, I think it saves 1 mile per gallon in fuel at best. Some people were claiming like 0.4 miles a gallon for all the extra technology and stuff that they put into it. I like the idea, but just, again, I think there's a class action lawsuit against GM about the problem. So we'll see if anything comes of that, or if it's just like the rest of them that just go out and about. But yeah, original water pump, I want to say, like, I'm anticipating what's going to happen. This vehicle sat for a couple of years because of that lifter, and they didn't know what it was. And I'll guarantee you that as I start driving it, all of these things that I'm talking about being original are going to start going. That alternator, once it starts heating up and going through heat cycles, that's going to go. We're going to blow that water pump. It's going to start leaking the hoses. So to make this a good, reliable vehicle where you could depend upon it and not think you're going to break down, you'd really have to go in and kind of go through the whole thing, replace all the hoses, belts, flushes, all the fluids, check out the brake lines, all the brakes, look for rust, all that type of stuff. But it's certainly not my only vehicle, and where I can just kind of fix it as I need. If it breaks down on the side of the road, I have a trailer to go pick it up. I'm just going to run with it and, see how it goes. Fix it as I need to. So, but yeah, so that's it there. Let me set you up again. Put this air filter. Nothing exciting about putting an air filter again. If there's any new people that have rolled in again, that's the air filter that was in it. It's like, it's not even just dirty, it's greasy. It's bad. I'm glad I checked it because I usually don't. A lot of these GMs, it takes forever for the air filter to get dirty. But yeah, this was all grimy and nasty in there, so it's definitely the worst I've seen. Oh, you know what? Let me switch the camera back around again so I can at least see the comments as they come in. You guys can't see anything. There we go. Using Milwaukee screwdrivers. Pretty happy with these. I've got a lot of Milwaukee stuff. You know, I got all the usual, you know, battery operated stuff, but I also bought a couple of, actually right here amongst this huge mess, I bought the 1/4 inch ratchet set, as well as the I said we got a mess here, but I got the 3/8 set. It's got deep and shallow, American and standard. Comes with these ratchets, pretty decent ratchets. And again, I got the whole, there's more than just these ones, but the Milwaukee screwdrivers. On top of that, I use a lot of Icon. I actually have a toolbox tour on the channel, but I'll show you. I got these are Icon, metric. Then I've got gear wrench. This is the ratcheting wrenches. Then I got Pittsburgh Pro, which is just the Harbor Freight. Not the worst of their line because it's the Pro, but you know, Pittsburgh is their low line, the worst you can get. Pro is a little step up from that. Being that they're flex head ratchet wrenches that you don't use that often, I'm fine with that. These here, these mountain wrenches, I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with these, but I saw these online on one of the mechanic channels that I watch, and these things are awesome. They're like super long, flexible, reversible ratchets. I just got the metric set. I think they're like 120 bucks or whatever, but boy, do I love these. When you try to get into a tight area, you get the leverage on this. These things are awesome. And I've yet to come into a place where I couldn't use the metric instead of the standard, where I had to buy standard. This is my SAE drawer with my old school Craftsman made in the USA ones. I believe these are made in the USA ones. Forged in USA, yeah. Because I've had these back from before they changed into Chinese made, I think they are now. And then I've got this Icon wrench set here, which is the same as this one, but the American or the SAE version. And then same thing here, the gear wrench, ratchet wrenches, and the Pittsburgh Pro there. And then I got, this drawer's a mess, but these are my sockets. Oh, I picked this up recently. I've been waiting to find this thing for I don't know how long. I want to say almost a year now. I've seen this on the Harbor Freight site. It's this little case. It's made by Icon, really rugged case, but it's this little mini ratchet, right? Let me see if I can put you down where you can see this, hopefully. It's this little mini ratchet with the bits, which help you get into little tight areas. You know, you've got your Torx and whatnot. But it's got this little extension that you can put it here and make it a longer ratchet, which is cool. And this is a locking flex head, so you can kind of lock it into whatever position you want. And then also you can put it in, it fits into here, and there's a certain way you put it in. Like right there it stops, so you can use it as an extension, right, for your bit. And then if you put it in a certain way where you match up this dot with one of these flat sides, it'll go all the way through like this. And now it becomes a shorter extension, right, for here. And also you could use it like a T-handle and put a bit in the back here. And now you got a T-handle setup. And ever since I saw this, I think I saw it on YouTube first, and I was like, man, I got to get one of those. And they listed it on the Harbor Freight site, but every time I went there, they weren't in stock. There was none in stock at any stores nearby. And so every time I went to Harbor Freight, I was always looking and looking, and they wouldn't let you order it online. You could only buy it in the store, so you just had to keep checking. And I finally got this like last week. Of course, I haven't used it yet because I'll probably never use it, but I had to have it. One of those things, you know. So back to where I was at here. I had this before. I think I bought this at AutoZone. Yeah, Titan. Kind of a similar version to this, but it doesn't flex. So a lot of times you really just need to get into those tight areas, but I got, you know, Pittsburgh cheapy sockets, you know. These things last forever. You don't need top quality brand of that. You know, I got some nice stuff mixed in here. Like I got some Snap-on. This Snap-on here. This is Pittsburgh Pro Ratchet. I got the whole line of this. I got this. I got the one that's like this in 3/8 and 1/2 inch. And I got this style here, which is nice. You can flip this up and kind of use it like that. But yeah, without this turning into a toolbox tour. Got some, these are more Icon wrenches, your stubbies. Got some crow's feet back there. Hammers, what's left in there right now. Oh, we already did that drawer. There's some various punches. Got our Allens, Torx bits, inverted Torx, that type of stuff. Scrapers, wire brushes, that type of stuff in here. What do I got down here? Just a bunch of everything. This is a nice assortment if you ever go to Harbor Freight. How many times do you break these things? These are nice to have. Some O-rings. Always need those. And my plier drawer, which is pretty much empty right now because they're all over the shop everywhere. This is a mess. I got to go through and clean it. Tap and die sets, different stuff there. Electrical drawer. And screwdriver drawer. Yeah, here's the remainder of my Milwaukee, and it's just some other cheapy screwdrivers I got there. Let me go over and look at what we got going on. All right. Who we got here? We got no Chumps. Did the lift a stick because of sludge? I was never a fan of GM's DOD. There was a guy, there's guys with all kinds of issues. I worry sometimes on my trucks, especially my personal truck. What year is your 2500 HD, Virgil? A lot of the 6 liter, because you're going to have a 6 liter in that. A lot of those didn't have it. I think the newer ones, they do it, but they've changed the system where it's not an issue now. It's just, I believe, like 2007 to 2012, maybe up to 14. That's an issue. I'm pretty sure on that, so you might want to check. And yes, GM should recall, and Ford should recall the 5.4. Yeah, the 3-valve Triton 5.4 for sure. What's up, peeps? Cityscapes Lawn Care. What's up, buddy? Thanks for stopping in. What do we got here? Raymond Darrows. Okay, I was going to say run a quart of tranny fluid in the motor oil for an hour. Yes, good advice. Transmission fluid in a motor can help clean it out, similar to like Seafoam. I use Seafoam usually for that. But yeah, it has a detergent in it. Transmission fluid does, where it will clean up sludge somewhat. That's why it's used in the transmissions. 6.0 to 2015. Yeah, I don't think you have, well, you must know you have displacement on demand. It might not be the version that's bad. Might want to check into that. But you can disable it. Anybody with the HP tuners, if you know somebody, or you could even buy it yourself, but it's $99 worth of credits. You got to buy 2 credits, and then you can unlock your ECM, and you can just go in, and it's just a switch. You just shut it off, and then it never turns on to get stuck. So all of my vehicles that I get that have that, I disable it before it becomes a problem. And I've run, 40, 50,000 miles after, no problems. What else we got here? That's it. Oh, no, wait. Hi, America City. Nice Mini. I think you should send me that Mini. What Mini are you talking about? You talking about the little mini ratchet? I'll trade you for some of that Sunrise syrup. The limited edition syrup. I think it was strawberry. No, was it the Jam? I don't know. You got the inside on one of those that I wanted, and you didn't send me any. Mark. Yeah, Mark. Looking at you. I'll send you a GIF. Now I need to go to Harbor Freight. Yeah, well, if you're going for that, make sure it's in stock first, because they're hard to find. Maybe they're in stock now throughout different stores, but forever I could not find one. Ray Medeiros, your message is held for review. I'm not sure why that is. Let me click that. The cleaning chemicals in tranny fluid is huge. Watch some videos on it. 1 quart of tranny fluid along with 3 to 5 quarts of oil cleans your motor. Yep. I concur. And you can actually run it for quite a while. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt anything. You know, I would probably at least 100 miles, if not up to like 500 miles, you could run it. Be okay. He just went through the whole alphabet in drawer tools. Not sure what that means. 2015, yep, we got that. Who else we got here? Mike, MBG Adventures. How are you? Haven't seen you in forever. You getting any snow up there in Canada? I saw one video you did. I know you got at least one storm up there. How things going? You got any recent gigs? You still doing the music thing or what? I haven't seen many videos from you. You got to get back in motion there, bud. I think the last video I saw, yeah, it must have been a snowplowing video. 2012 1500. Yeah, that's going to be definitely one of the ones that's affected, Verge. That's in a few. Oh, you already had the issue? Okay. What did you have done? Did you have it freed up, or did you replace the lifter, or what did you have done? Do you remember? Mark, yep, got you over a foot now. Over a foot now you got on the ground now, or you're getting it right now, or you mean all winter? How many snow events have you had? Yes, I've been busy. I know it's been a few months since I posted it. Yeah, I'm certainly not one to talk. I try to go at least once a month. I try to post something, but it's hard sometimes. You get caught up and you just don't want to deal with it, because you don't just want to throw something up for nothing, because then your quality of content's crap and nobody wants to watch it. So on the ground now, had 12. Oh, wow. Holy crap. Yep, still to date here, there's been $0 made snow plowing. Been a horrible winter. We had 2 other winters that was almost no snow in the last 5 years. So 3 out of the last 5 years have been no or little to no snow. And that plow hasn't moved since November when I stuck it there. I've been tripping over it every day I come in. I have not plowed one drop. Unbelievable. All right, let me spin you over this way, and just gonna finish tightening up that air filter. I'll be right back, guys, and let's fire this thing up and see how it sounds. Plow has been on the truck since November. Yeah, that's nice when you have a dedicated plow truck. You don't have to keep putting it on and off. But that plow I had there was on my Avalanche. No, I never put a plow on the Avalanche. Yeah, so I could keep that on the truck, but as I was in between flipping vehicles, I had to drive the 2500 that plow goes on for a little while, so I had to take it off. Otherwise, I would have just kept it on too, just so it was ready. But now I'll be driving this for a little while. I'll probably, well, obviously I'm not going to put it on now. Snow season's almost over, but anyways, yeah. I'm going to be driving this Envoy. Again, I typically wouldn't want to drive one of these, but being the Denali with the 5.3 liter in it, at least it's got a little power, a little fun to drive. We'll see how I like it. I'll be right back over there in a minute, guys. Just didn't want to keep shaking the camera. All right. Where are we at here? We had them delete it. Okay. I didn't want to have to worry about having employees drive it. Yeah. Did you have a problem where you had a misfire and then they fixed it and then deleted it, or did you just have them delete it? I know you said you had a problem. I just didn't know if that was the problem that you had in particular. And when they deleted it, did they just do like a poor man's delete where they just disabled it and disconnected things, or did they replace, do the whole kit? There's like a $500 kit with a new cam, lifters, gaskets, and the Vlom, basically it's the valley pan cover on the top of the motor, where all the actually, yeah, I'll show you the actual solenoids live. These are the actual solenoids that they mount to the valley pan on the top of the motor under the intake manifold. And all they do is just stop oil pressure and start oil pressure. And these go to 4 of the cylinders out of the 8 that it disables, leaving only 4 cylinders. A little electrical plug right there. So this is, I actually deleted this out of the valley pan, and there's a hole that I had to close off to just stop the oil pressure from leaking in that area. And then I tuned it out in the computer so it never accesses that. So it is a delete, but there's other ways to do it. I still have the cam and the lifters that are designed to work that way in there. They just never get activated to go into the 4-cylinder mode. But I guess there's a possibility that they could still collapse from wear and tear because there's some moving parts in them. We'll see how they hold up. But I've yet to hear of anybody that's just disabled it that has had a problem after they disabled it, keeping the same lifters in there. So, but yeah, I just deleted this stupid thing. Of course, I just found my tripod. Look at this, guys. Freaking bought this tripod just for this reason, in case I want to do a live down here, and I freaking forgot about it. Next live. All right. Sit you down here. Just connecting the mass airflow sensor back into the air box, and we'll be firing her up. Tight like a tiger. Jesus. Don't give me much room. All right. So what I'm working on here, just connecting this back up. I'm going to tighten this up here. Oh, that's already tight. Just need this one here. All right. We are good to go. We should be all set to go ahead and fire it up. Let's see if it blows up. You guys will be witness. Hopefully you can hear it. Watch, the battery's going to be dead. Wow, listen to how quiet it is, huh? Listen to that, guys. Can't even hear it. It's almost like it's not running. You know why? Because I was a smart little cookie. And I pulled the starter relay out so I didn't accidentally try to start the car with no oil filter. Try this again. Before I start that, I'm going to run back over to the comments here. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, guys. I must have messed up. I thought I put in the title no chumps, but hold on, I gotta time somebody out for a second here. Okay, you guys see that that guy come in there for a minute? Love you, Float. Now I can talk as much shit as I want and you can't say anything for 300 seconds. But next time, follow directions. I said no chumps. There's no gas in it. Yeah, that already happened to me, Virgil. First time I replaced one of the, there was actually a misfire on 2 cylinders. I replaced one of the injectors. I had a used injector laying around that I put in it, and it ran great for, well, it ran only on 1 cylinder skipping instead of 2 for like 30 seconds, and then it died. I'm like, oh God, what did I do? It ran out of gas. I had to go get some more. Float's probably gonna run away now. Sorry, buddy. I had to do it. Let me, we're gonna go ahead and start it from this angle here so I can stay with the comments. I just shut the heat off, so that should be better too. You probably heard a humming noise in the background. We got this, you know, the big overhead forced hot air system that's pretty loud. I forgot that was even on. I wanted to shut that off before I went live. Oh well, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm new at this live crap. All right, guys, fire it up. See if I can get you. See if we get something nasty coming out of the tailpipe. Sounds good. Wow. No misfire there. Here's the inside. Needs a little cleaning. It's not horrible, but you know, got the heated seats, leather in decent shape. Looks like this panel was taped on right here. We got to fix that. You know, little stuff, but got the. Let's see if we can put a light on. There we go. You know, the wood grain. You know, fake wood crap. I think it's fake wood. All right, let's get. Yeah, we got 169,000. It's got the nav radio. Let's listen. Give it a little gas. See what it sounds like. I replaced the oil pressure center unit. We've got good oil pressure. Let me shut it off and make sure that goes to 0. Yep. Key on. Shoots right up to 40 at idle. Nice. Keep an eye on how that is once it gets warm. No check engine light or anything crazy. We had a blinking check engine light when it was misfiring, so. Yeah. All right. Let's take it for a little spin. I'm going to open up the door before I suffocate with all the fumes, and we'll jump in and go for a quick ride around the parking lot. Good for you. It's a nice SUV. Sounds great. Yeah, it does, Mark. Thanks. Yeah, you know, I'm not an SUV guy, and I'm certainly not an Envoy. I think I'd have, you know, a Yukon or something maybe. You know, something larger. But again, being the, you know, the Denali with the nice leather and all that stuff, you know, not a bad vehicle to cruise around for a little while. I'll end up working all the bugs out of it and then selling it to somebody, you know, most likely. But I think for the rest of the winter and maybe into the spring, I'll cruise that around. Nice and convenient to go shopping and all that stuff with the big back, you know. Does that setting unit have a separate screen that sits inside? Yes, it does. And it's funny you mentioned that, Virgil. I'm going to grab that said screen. This is that screen, and what it's cleaner now, but the whole lower section was clogged up. Now where this sits is where the oil sending unit is on the top, and then the oil pressure goes up, goes through this screen inside and then out into feed those solenoids that I just showed you to activate the system. And I think this is where the problem starts, is this clogs up, which I know these clog up, but I haven't had too many people say that, yeah, that's what starts it. But this thing clogs up and then, you know, stops the oil flow going to the, but what doesn't make sense is if you shut the oil flow off, it should disengage the system. It would make it just not turn on, and it would just stay in 8-cylinder mode, I would think. But for whatever reason, anytime I've seen a problem with this system, it's always this screen is clogged. And I think they only put these screens in just to screen out what goes into those solenoids. If you don't have the displacement on demand, there is no screen in there. It's just an open hole. So I removed it because I'm not using the system anymore. So, but yeah, that's the puppy. Yep, that's it. You got it. You got it. You know your shit, Virgil. See? You're all acting Mr. Innocent. You know the deal. You know what's up. All right, let me get this thing off the lift. We're going to go for a quick run. The air suspension just kicked on in the back. It's got that. It just stopped. It's got that rear airbags for springs. What's cool about that, they have a spare motor. This is the intake manifold off the spare motor, where I actually pulled a couple injectors off of to take care of the other misfire. But what's cool about this, hopefully there's enough light, is you got a little air compressor built in right here, tire inflator. Can you hear that? It's actually pretty damn quiet too, but yeah, you can hook up this super long, really nice quality hose with it's got the nice gauge on it and everything, and you can inflate tires and beach toys. And so, you know, we always carry the Makita portable dealio around for flat tires. This is great to have, having an onboard air compressor. The reason they did that, and it's smart that they did that, they already had the compressor for the rear, you know, the rear airbag springs that are in it. Why not utilize it for something more? God, even the struts work on the rear hatch. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with the condition of this thing for getting it for almost free. All right, let's pull it out and see how the tranny works. I used to think getting that sensor, oh man, am I shaking that camera? I'm sorry guys, that's horrible. I'm watching the playback. I'll fix that in the future if I do some more. Hey, look at all that crap in the background. Used to think that getting that sensor out on a 5.3 was a pain. Yes, it is a pain. It's way in the back. And there's a cover. Some of them have a cover on it that you got to get off before you can even get to it. And anybody will tell you, anytime you take your intake manifold off, throw that cover in the trash. Yo! Dirty. What's up, Jimbo? Wait a minute, Jim. Did you read the title? I'll let you slide this time, though. I used to think that getting the sensor, the 5.3 was a pain. You need to pick at, yeah, to get it out too. Yeah, in the hole, especially if you're taking it out in the vehicle, it's really, really hard. It was even difficult to get. It was difficult to get out even having the intake manifold. I mean, having the cover, the pan out, the Vlom, the Valley pan. But yeah, it's, you know, it's not like a press fit, but it's a tight fit. I read it. I did bring Float with me. Yeah, Float's already been here. I already timed him out. Yes, I did. Is he still here? Did he even say hi or did he run away? I hope he's not mad at me now. How do I tell if he's still in here? I don't know. Now I gotta go apologize to him. He knows I'm a jokester. How is the Chevy running? Which Chevy, Barium? Barium Exposure. Thanks for coming in, bud. Liked and shared you out, host. Sweet. I appreciate it. I'm not sure what Chevy you're talking about. I've got this with GMC, Chevy, whatever. Is the Denali Envoy that I've been working on. It is running great. We just started it up. And if you're talking about the white Chevy plow truck, it's also a GMC. Actually, all my trucks are GMCs. The only Chevy I had was the Avalanche, and that I sold. So, but everything's running good right now. Being that it's winter, I've been able to put time and effort into anything that was broken. So, still got to get the Walker mower in here and go through that, but there's not much I have to do to that. Let's get this thing out, and we're going to go for a quick spin and come back. Went right into gear, nice. What do we got here? Didn't you have a bankruptcy era Silverado? What's the bankruptcy era? Am I stupid? Oh, okay, Sierra. I've had a bunch. It depends when you're talking about, barium. I've had so many. I've had since I've been doing YouTube and actually posting videos, like the last 3 years. I've probably had 20 trucks, so it could be any of them. Yeah, not much snow. I was talking about that earlier. I've yet to have any snow here. Wait, aren't you taking us? Yeah, you're coming with us. Don't worry, Virgil. I left. You're riding shotgun. Yeah, you're in the back, Jim. Just don't fart again. Last time I took you for a ride, you smelled the place up. No coffee. We'll stop. We'll stop at the. What do you got? Where are you from? You got Dunkin' Donuts in your area, right? Or are you one of them Tim Hortons, like up in Canada? Do a donut in the shop with the motorcycle, or you have no balls. Do you know how small the shop? If this wall wasn't here, I would. That reminds me, I should actually start that thing up. Ain't she pretty? Grab the key and start it up. Dead battery. Smart people would put that on a battery tender. Yeah, we got a dead battery. Only got 5,000 miles on this puppy. I think it had 3,000 when I bought it. Maybe I'll stick that on the charger tonight, huh? It's almost that time again. All right, here we go. We're going for a ride. Yeah, Jim. So listen to that thing purr like a kitten. No ticking. Looking good. All right. Here we go. Taking you guys for a ride. All right. This is the, oh, I got 10% battery left. This is the Mark's in the passenger seat, right? Jimbo's in the back. We'll see if she can rip a quick burnout over here. Do not try this at home. And yes, this is private land. It's off. Probably should have tried the brakes before I did that, huh? Yeah, not bad. She's running strong. You know what? I'll try the 4-wheel drive. How do we do this? Auto 4. I don't feel it yet. Oh, there it goes. This is how you can tell when you turn, right? 4-wheel drive works, brakes work. Back in 2. Clicked right out. Nice. We got a ripper. I'll tell you what, it's actually pretty comfortable with these leather seats. I'm pretty impressed. And that's coming from somebody that's currently driving a Beamer. I know you love my BMW, Jim. Coming from the eras where they stopped making the good ones. I heard you talking about the old oldie but goodies. I still like the new ones too, though. All right. Oil pressure did drop down a little bit now that she's warm at idle. Not bad. Not bad at all. Whew, stinks. Hopefully the converter isn't clogged from it running with missing 2 cylinders for however long, we don't know. All right. What do we got? Let me get caught up here. Do a donut in the shop with your motorcycle. You have no balls. Donkey. Donkeys only. She is purty. See, now I helped you. You're welcome. How'd you help me? Oh, finding out my battery was dead on my bike? Yeah. Good point. Oh, yeah. Gotta put that on the charger. As he hopped on that bike, I was waiting for the truck to come crashing through the wall. Really? Someone send him a charger. It's a nice truck. Definitely has all the bells and whistles. Yeah. I mean, I personally hate the things, but if I was to have one, that'd be the one to have. New ones aren't bad, but nothing beats the styling of the early years. I agree. And the feeling and the interiors, they just have the older Beamers, just everything is so solid. They're slowly getting more plasticky, if that's a word. The interiors when you sit in them. They just don't have that same quality feeling, that there's just girth behind everything like the older ones were. But yeah, timeless styling on the Beamers, I agree. One of my favorite cars was like early 80s, maybe late 70s. It was an M5. Yeah, it was an M5. Might be early 80s. I don't know when they started doing the M's, but one of the first M's, one of my customers had one in mint condition. Probably back in like the late 90s he had it. And boy, what a beautiful car it was. I told him if he ever sold it, let me know. DOD and transmission was my only concern in the GM. Yeah, the transmissions are decent in them. They got the 4L 60E whatever and the 4L8. And they got the 65, which is, I think, what's in this, which is a little heavier duty version of the 60 because it's got the V8. I think it might have... No, I think they put that in the 6-liter SS half-ton trucks, maybe, like the special editions. But they're decent transmissions. There's nothing really wrong with them. If you put a ton of power to them, they'll break, yeah, but they hold up well. I think for modern day, they're about the best transmission going. How much did the PSI on the oil read while driving? I didn't notice, but when I give it some gas, it goes up to like 45, 50-ish. Yep, plasticky, yeah. I think 85 was the first year. It was probably around that year. He told me what year it was way back then, but I don't remember. Yeah, it was a M5. It's like a nice, like a medium blue color. Thing was unbelievable. It was just so clean. I've never driven one of the old M's. I've driven a lot of the older, like, the 3 series and a couple of the 5 series, but I've never had the M's. The hand built 6-cylinder straight 6. Gotta love that. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for what I need to do. I'm just gonna throw a battery charger on the bike for now, and you know what? Let me see if I can pop the side. If it's easy to get to, let me. I'll do that now before I get off the live here. My phone battery's about to die, which is a lot. My wife had an 850i. Yeah, I got 5% battery on my phone, so it's gonna die. My wife had an 850i. It was okay, just not for me. 850i, like late 90s. That's like the larger 2-door. That's kind of like, it's kind of like the love-hate look, right? It's got like a little different nose to it, and it's like a big coupe. I think I know what you're talking about. A lot of people didn't like the styling, I think, on that one. But yeah, there's a certain, like the mid-2000s, early 2000s, late 90s wedge front end, yeah. They have so many sensors and warnings that there's always something, chiming and dinging. And the 2010-ish up, they've gotten better with that. Like the 528 XI that I have now, it's a 2012. It's been perfect. I haven't had, the only warning light I've had, I've only driven maybe 10,000 miles, but the only warning light I had was telling me to put washer fluid in it. That's it. I've had no other issues. Oh, there's more than 50. Oh, in the older ones, there's probably 50, but in the newer cars, there's even way more than 50 sensors. Crap, there's like a dozen different computers alone, let alone sensors. But yeah, so what was I talking about? I don't know. A squirrel ran by and I lost my train of thought again. So yeah, let me see if I can quickly throw a charge. Hopefully the battery doesn't die. I got 5% left. If it dies, bye guys. Thanks for coming in. Hit the like or something. Do something while you're here. I got a whole 4 people. It wasn't about like trying to promote anything or build a channel. I just wanted to hang out with you guys a little bit. Like I said, I was down here by myself at the shop. I figured, fuck, you guys are bored. Might as well hang out a little bit. Next time I'll bring coffee. Sorry, Virgil. Mark's never happy. Every time he comes to a live, he's always complaining about something. So, but man, I wish Float came back in. I was kind of digging at him. I should have talked to him before I timed him out, huh? Oh well, I'll go apologize. You guarantee he's going to time me out the next time I go into one of his lives. The battery's under the seat, so I can't get to it easily. I used to have one of those little connectors. I think I took it off, or maybe I didn't. The little 2-wire connector to you plug into your tender, like I should have done. Usually I start this thing up often enough where I don't have to charge it, but I definitely haven't started it in a while. Yeah, I guess I don't have one. But yeah, the battery's under the seat. And to take the seat off, this bolt, and then I got to unbolt this stupid strap to get the seat off to put a charger on it. So I'll do that another time. I don't want to leave the battery that dead for too long. Probably time for a replacement on that anyway. So, but yeah, I'm going to sign off before this thing dies. Again, another look on the Denali here. In pretty good shape for all original. At 2007, we're talking what, 18 years old. And you can tell, look at the, I've already cleaned a lot of it off, but you can tell this thing's been sitting for some years. Got a 2020 sticker on it, was the last time it was. So I think it was 2 years, 3 years it was sitting. But you can see like just the nastiness on the paint. Needs a really good detailing and cleaning. But it's all in good shape. These headlights got to be, polished up and clear. These are horrible. But those will come clean with one of them polishing kits. It's got the running boards on it, factory wheels. You know, got the lights and the side markers and stuff. You know, it's not a bad whip. The leather's in really good shape. All kinds of parts and stuff in here. What do we got? Rear. Do we got rear heated seats? No. Oh, looks like the console is loose. That's nice. Got a sunroof. Again, though, I really like that rear air compressor. That's handy to have. You know, and we could fold the seats down, fit some plywood in here when I go to Home Depot or whatever, pick up some materials, pallet of pavers, you know. Probably get like 2 yards of mulch in the back seat. Haha. All right, guys. So all 5 of you that came in, thank you. And we'll see you in the next one. Oh, Jim, on my way out. Love you, buddy.